we are, topping up on the top-up show here at Rosehill. Perfect day. Big crowd coming, Mark, the first ever Golden Eagle. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. It's going to be a warm day. The wind is nothing to speak of at the moment. It'll get up to mid-20s from the northeast, which won't be a factor as far as the program is concerned. Look, the track is what I'm concerned about because they've artificially induced this high penetrometer, which I don't know whether it's a stack of water or it's a sort of a digging up of the track, or what it is, but I just need to get race one out of the way so that I can form a view as to how the track's likely to play.
Yeah, and I think you'll need a positive view, Ollie, because a lot of these races they're trick shots here today. They're leftovers from carnivals and in between.
Yeah,
Melbourne Cups.
It's a curious card, isn't it? And obviously we're eyes on Melbourne throughout the day. Race one. Now, interestingly, Glenn, when I checked the firmers in this race, overnight firmers here are IndyCar and Grand Piano, both of whom I gave a bit of a push to in yesterday's show. But the thing was that Freddie was trading at 3:30 with 2400 matched at 10 o'clock, and I just checked 3/4 of an hour later. It's 275 best with another 4,500 matched, so 7,000 matched now. So it's been a big firmer on the fair in the last half an hour.
Well, Gord thinks he'll just win. I'm not.
He wasn't that confident, was he? Because he didn't give it as a minty.
I still thought he was pretty confident.
Yeah, he did seem confident. What are you going to do here?
I'm after reviewing all the tapes. I'm a little bit interested in Grand Piano and I'm a little bit interested in Special Stab, and I think it's a tricky race. I haven't got much clarity here all day.
Yeah, look, it's a great race to get out of the way opening. You know, it's either favourite or not favourite, and
then it's not favourite. It's fucking game. It stacks on. Yeah. I like stacks on.
Race two, not a lot of interest here. No firming in the market. They're all horses that we sort of know, but at the same time couldn't be bothered with. Zardoro has the most interest on the fair, just 1,000 traded at currently $6.40. Any clarity here, Glenn?
Graved myself up overnight, finished the tapes. My main two were Zardoro and number 10, which is called, I'll get to in a minute, Plonker. And then you get them all mapped up, and then there they are, third, last, and awful spots, and yuck.
Yeah, yuck.
Bit of Mounting Yard there for Manly.
Wait and see there on the highway. Race 3, and Mushareb was the scratching last night, which took a big chunk out of the market. No firmers from the original prices with deductions allowed for, but Asterius has the most interest on the fair, 3,500 matched, currently sitting at $3.70. Sir Pippin remains hard in the market. I must say, did it trial sensationally on Tuesday or something?
Trialled well.
It was just like not a bean for it last week, and all of a sudden single figures in a race that
last week it was late scratching, guys. It was $71, and here it is sitting up there at $5.50 or something.
Yeah, and with an unsympathetic map.
Very unsympathetic map. The one that holds all the aces there is the awful, hateful like Kingdom Come with the lead there. I think
bit of resistance there. I mean, nothing traded on the fair, but not much interest really either.
The lead's big in that race, Mark.
I think it is. Race 4, and this mystery horse Special Reward, potential pen job. She's sitting there at $3.50 with 2,500 matched. Bit of money for Junkalized overnight.
Big money from my friends on number 2 Special Reward overnight. So it'll just win. I don't know what everyone's saying. It's got me beat.
Well, at least it probably, Chris has scratched his other horse, Ancient Pippa, right?
I suppose.
So that means that it probably gets outside lead?
I suppose.
Might work, might not.
Interesting race again, Mounting Yard Mail. Need to look at it. And Lundberg, who I think is the best horse in the race.
Yeah, well, he's just probably going to be out the back minding his own business, which is not really a recipe for 1,100 here at Rosehill. I imagine that the Widdy Ups, as hateful as they are they're potent here. Yeah. Just getting sucks.
Everyone likes to suck, Mark.
Sandbar and Jungleized. The 1,200 metre race for mares, and Dance Hall Girl is sitting up there on Betfair with $3.55, nearly 2,000 matched. The interest overnight was in Ballistica and Everly at double figures, into single figures.
More probably because of our show.
Probably, yeah. I mean, Gord's bullish for Ballistica and Everly, and I must say I found Everly compelling in this race, in a race where you've got Dancehall Girl coming out of Mystery Land and Miss Invincible trying to get 1,200.
My phone hasn't stopped ringing all morning. One horse interest, Dancehall Girl, off the map with the locals of Rosehill.
Right, so it's the Timmy Martin play of
the play
month.
of the day and all that shit, yeah. Whatever it all means. What does it all mean?
Yeah, well look, may be fair enough.
Since we started the
maybe.
show, we look 9 years old, that's all it means.
That's what's happened. The first of the features is the Rosehill Gold Cup. No money for the import, and tally is firm. $4.40 sitting there at the moment with not much matched, 1.3k. So, you know, I think that...
Is Aidan O'Brien going to be on track today? I doubt.
Well, he must have some runners on Tuesday, so why couldn't he be here?
Maybe he will be. That's all I was.
Yeah, mystery race. Obviously, a couple of lead-ups there from Randwick a couple of weeks ago.
I wonder if it's as hateful over there as what Waller is here, even though it's just envy, it's not really hatefulness.
Well, that's right. Speaking of that race, that 2,000 metre race, you look to Waller. I think that's, you know that Waller has got this race. You know, basically the ATC have gone to Waller and said, look, we're going to put a $500,000 2,000 metre race on Golden Eagle Day. You know, can you make sure you're there? And
Rosehill Gold Cup. Aidan O'Brien thought, I've won Gold Cups, but I've read. So, what a beauty.
Oh, it's 2,000, not 4,000.
Yeah.
Race 7 is the feature. And Arcadia Queen is now out to $4.20, as I predicted.
Well done.
And Classic Legend and the Inevitable are the trimmers overnight, the overnight trimmers.
I went swimming at Coogee this morning and one bloke jogged past me in his... What do you call a ski jacket?
Puffer vest or...
Yeah, Parker. Jogging his Parker. Jay McDonald. Now they're losing a couple more kilos. Gave me the big thumbs up. It's pretty funny actually. He seems a nice kid, Jay McDonald.
It is the horse to beat after all said and done.
Yeah, and I think 420 is a bet.
Nearly. I marked it $5. But I have tipped it and made it a bet. But
I'm interested in Classic Legend and Forsaken.
it's a great race. And
It's a great race.
I'm happy for it to be here. The Penultimate is the last of the features, the $1 million Red Zell. Piarata is sitting out there at 330 now with 3,000 matched. And Home of the Brave is the trimmer. And I must say that the overnight firmers seem to have sort of drawn a bit low,
Okay.
race a bit forward. So, you know, Home of the Brave, well, what you see is what you get, I suppose. It is a race where there isn't any, there's not much speed, and the first three in the market look to have map problems here, which is why I tipped the dirty, filthy Champagne Cuddles.
She's a dirty, filthy thing. Baker's still over in Japan watching the All Blacks finish third against Wales. That's exciting. And he'd be missing out on winning $1 million race if she does win or redouble ones. Any little thoughts overnight? Got a little low remain.
In the chair?
I thought in the chair too, but
When
we say in the chair, we mean
yes, in the wheelchair.
in the wheelchair, which is a sad thing for a horse.
Yes, off to the Masters for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Champagne Casada, Piarata, deserved favourite and be hard to beat. New colours for Piarata. I didn't read now.
Really?
Yeah, aqueous colours.
That's no.
Did you see that?
No, I love the Piarata colours. You know them.
Yeah, the red. No, new colours though.
That's sad. The last, not much happening here. Well, the Charitera and Spring Charlie have attracted overnight support. Outrageous remains our favourite, around about the 250 mark, with 2,000 traded on Betfair at this stage, which is not bad for last nothing
I
race.
guess the last race these days always like the
Benchmark
ugly
78.
girl in the club when you wake up the next morning and you go, oh my god, what did I bring out?
Because the theory is that punters don't care
About the last race?
about the last race.
Shouldn't we just finish in a big climactic and then leave?
Look, they have tried that. You know, Caulfield Cup has race 10 and that sort of idea.
Didn't work?
I don't think it works.
Okay, so we every last race lately has been 1,100 metre pup at Randwick. Yeah, pup. This is pup too. Favourite are to beat.
Speaking of poop, you'll hear poop often on our
Well,
show.
a lot of shit
because
off us.
We call it as we see it. For $22 a week, you get a ton of content, and best of all, the first 2 weeks are free. So you're mad not just to come and have a look and see what we've got to offer, because there is heaps there. 3 shows a week, plus a free top-up show each week, and a ton of content on every Sydney Metro meeting, as well as you get.
And Mark, let's not forget there is also silver membership, which is $5 a week.
get
Just
to
each of the shows.
Gordon and I fight every show.
Fight every show, and get $5 worth of laughs out of that, I promise you.
Although apparently your hearing is at risk, but we'll watch that
Space.
space, and we hope to see you with us soon.
See ya.